Hey folks, welcome once again to yet another episode of SwillinGrog's wonderful world of beer. And yes, the world of beer is truly wonderful, even during these dark days that we're in. Anyhow, today I have for you one that comes all the way from Germany. To those of you in Australia, this should be quite familiar. It's a very common brew at Dan Murphy's and BWS. It's none other than Oettinger Pils, which is 4.7% alcohol by volume, and I have it here in a lovely 500ml can that's been deep chilling in the SwillinGrog beer fridge for a few days now. Okay, surprisingly, I've never reviewed this one before on my channel, so yeah, the time has finally arrived. So let's crack open this can, and I'll pour it out into this Spiegelau glass, Spiegelau lager glass, I should say. Yeah. This would be the third one of these that I've had to use. The first two were smashed over the course of time. Yeah, they're quite delicate actually. Alright, a nice pour there. So we'll plonk this down. Okay, so let's get a look at the appearance of this one. Well, the appearance is a lovely golden colour, reasonably effervescent, a little bit of a haze to it. A little over 2 fingers, a bright white frothy looking head. You know, as far as the appearance goes, it yeah, looks most enticing. Alright, so onto the aroma. Alright, definitely smells some bready malts. Yeah, definitely picking up the grains there. Perhaps a slight sort of grassy smell as well, but yeah, the aroma is really quite pleasant. So, onto the most important part of the review, the taste test. So, cheers to you all. Let's dive into this one. Alright, well up front, getting those bready malts. You know, it's very crisp, it's very clean. A little bit of bitterness in the finish, just there for balancing. It's quite a nice Pils actually, and wow, usually I don't you know, pour these, but yeah, pouring it into this glass has really reinvigorated the flavour of this one. Yeah, it tastes sensational. Very, very nice. Nothing offensive about it flavour-wise at all. Interestingly, Oettinger Pils is the only Oettinger beer that we get in Australia. Their portfolio, I think, has over 100 different variants. If you recall, a couple of videos ago I did advise you all of my intention to email all the breweries that I like around the world and ask for some free product samples. Well, I did approach Oettinger, but unfortunately they rejected you know, my request on the grounds that they don't you know, to keep the price point of their brews down, they don't spend any money on promotions at all. Well, at least they replied to me, and I could accept you know, that response. But of the 50 or so brewers that I have contacted, less than 10% of them have actually had the common decency to respond in some way, which I found very disheartening, to say the least, folks. Yeah. Alright, well, yeah, I mean, I would certainly encourage them to maybe put a few more offerings out in Australia. Maybe the folks at Pinnacle Drinks could, you know, import a few more of the brews that they do. I know they do a Dunkel and a Weiss beer and an Oktoberfest beer, Dortmunder. Yeah, it would be interesting to see some more variants of theirs surface here, but something tells me it's unlikely to ever happen. Alright, well, yeah, is this drinkable? Hell yeah, and at 4.7% ABV, it's certainly one you could session. Let me just have another gulp. Yeah, quite refreshing. And I have to say for Australia that the price point's pretty good for this one. So what they claim, is part of their business model does, hold true even in Australia. I got a case of these 24 500ml cans for only $47, which is pretty good in Australian terms, for an imported beer. You'd pay the same for, a 30 pack of, 4X or whatever, 375ml cans for around about the same price of 2E's new. So, yeah, it's pretty competitive and you get a bit more bang for your buck too. Rightio, well, I guess folks, it's time that I wrap this review up. So let's have one last gulp and give this one a score out of 10. Alright, well, all in all, and taking everything into consideration, the price point, the taste, etc., the availability, this comes out pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't blow my mind in any way, and I think there are better, Pilsners out there, but yeah, I'd probably give this a solid 8 out of 10. Yeah, so there you go folks, an 8 out of 10 for Oettinger Pils. So do check it out if you have the chance. That's it from me, I guess. I'm just going to kick back and enjoy the rest of this, and I'll see you all in the next review, but until then, fare thee well.